Hello and welcome to the instructional video of the Triceratops. Usually this is the first dinosaurs we'll build with the kids, so we'll go through it step by step. In order to build the Triceratops, you need to have a card. If you don't know how to assemble the cards, go and watch the card assembly video, and you have all the steps you need step by step of how assembling the cards. Right now we're gonna do the step by step how to build the Triceratops, and we're just gonna use the card from the last video we did. So just make sure you go through the video of the card. So the Triceratops is a really easy dinosaur to build, but there are some tricky parts you have to pay attention to. Again, we'll go step by step. So let's start with the easy parts. Usually it's the head. So we're gonna break this part. Just reminding you that every part that the kids pop out of the wooden sheet, they actually need to file. Okay, file down the extra wooden pieces, all the splinters. They have to file. They must file it down, because if they won't, then all the parts are not gonna connect smoothly. So, and then it's gonna be a problem, because nobody wants his dinosaur not to walk well. So it's easier to solve the problems as we go, and just make sure you do everything step by step, and that will be easier to finish the dinosaurs without any damaged parts. So all we need for the head right now is 4 parts. So we have this, we have the horns, and we actually have the face. Now for this specific robot, this specific dinosaur, we also have numbers on the part, so that would be easier for you to instruct the kids which parts goes where. So let's start with the horns. So I'm going to take this part. Again, most times this is the first time that the kids ever get to build a dinosaur. So go through the basics with them, especially using glue and how to connect parts together. The kids again are allowed to use only the wood glue. In this video, just to save us time, I'm going to use the super glue. You do not use the super glue in class, only in cases of emergency that you need to fix a model of one of the kids. So teach the kids how to apply glue. Usually we put the glue in the cracks like this, and we pass the crack a little bit. So we do a stripe of glue like this and a stripe of glue on the other side, and then we're just gonna push the horns all the way through. Now if the kids painted this robot, it's gonna add a coating to the wood, so the parts not go in that easily, you see. So the friction is gonna be higher. So what you need to do is just make sure, even help them if they need to push the parts all the way in. So this is horn number 1 and horn number 2. Once you're done, or the kids are done, just go quickly between the kids, make sure it goes all the way in. You can see here that if it goes all the way in, the horn does not come out. So make sure it goes all the way in. Then we're gonna take the face. Now this is a bit of a tricky part, because we have 2 cracks in the back, as you can see in the video. So it's important that the upper crack, look at the horn, so the horn should be aligned with those 2 horns. So we connect the upper crack to the middle crack of the face. So it will be like this. So they'll apply glue here and push it like this. Now it's easy to check this part. All you need to do is just flip the head. You see the horns, just flip it. If you see an open crack right here in the middle, then the kids glued it correctly. So that's with the head. We have one more part for the head, and that's part number 4. It looks like this. We're gonna break it out. Of course, the kids are gonna file it down, and once they're done and you're continuing to the next step, you just flip the head, and this part is actually the small neck that connects the head to the body. So we're gonna apply glue. Make sure it's glued well, because this part usually, if you don't glue it well enough, it's gonna fall apart once the dinosaurs start walking. So just make sure the kids put enough glue. And if you have 2-3 spare minutes, just tell the kids to put another coating of glue. Just apply a little bit more glue in all the connection spots. So that's the head. We're gonna go to the next part, which is also a very easy part, and that's the body. So you can see right here, you can see the spines, and you can see all the backbones. So what we're gonna do, all the ribs, let's call them ribs for now. So what we do is we actually break all the backbones, all the ribs, we're gonna pop them out. And you're gonna ask the kids again to file down any extra wooden splinters we have. So we'll just break these out. It's okay if they break their plate like this. Just when you work in class, make sure the kids have bags with their names on it, so they can actually, if they broke any part, if they popped any part they shouldn't have popped out, just make sure they put it back in their bag so it doesn't get lost or mixed up with other kids' parts. So break all the extra wood pieces from the ribs like this, and make sure the kids file it down. So once they're done filing it down, this is a really easy part. All they need to do is take the glue, put it in the cracks like this, and just put the ribs inside. So what I'm going to do is just put the ribs and put some glue. So one by one, like this. So we're going to take all the ribs. Again, the kids should glue step by step using the wood glue. I'm just going to finish it quickly with the super glue. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ribs, and make sure it dries, because it's not functional for a robot for the dinosaurs to have the ribs, but it looks much better, and it's important for us that the kids take a model home that looks good and not just function well. So that's about it with the body. And now we can actually take the part from just finished and connect them together. So the ribs should be up like this, and the horns should be facing up as well. And I'm just going to connect the end of the neck into the part number 4 we glued under the head like this. And I'm just going to push it through from one side to the other like this. Exactly. Now again, make sure it goes all the way in. And make sure the kids put enough glue so this part does not just fall apart when the dinosaurs start walking. That's about it with the body. And now we go to the part that is gonna be a challenge for the kids. It's the legs. So we're gonna break all the leg parts right now. And I'm gonna explain to you, I'm gonna give you a method of how to teach the kids to understand how to place the legs on the robot. So here we also have numbers. So we have number 2. These legs are number 2. We have number 1, which are these legs, and we also have number 3. We call them the bridge. So a few ways to recognize which leg is the front leg and which one is the rear one. So the rear leg is going to be number 1 all the time, and you can know it also by seeing a big hole and a small hole next to it. So we have 2 holes, one is big, one is small. So big and small will always be the rear leg, okay, the back leg. And number 2 will be the front leg. Now, if we don't have numbers on it, how do we recognize the leg? We have 2 small holes, one in the middle of the leg and one on top of it. So if we have 2 holes close to each other, one big, one small, it's going to be a front leg, and the other is going to be, that's going to be the rear leg, the rear pair of legs, and this is going to be the front pair of legs. And we also have the bridge, and I'm going to show you how to use it in a few seconds. So now, usually what I like to do is paint the legs on the board. Just give the kids a drawing so they can recognize how to set the legs together. If not, you can just explain to the kids in any way you see that is best for you to explain the kids how to place the 2 pairs of legs together. I usually tell them, like, look at the bottom of the legs. It looks like small shoes. And what we need to do is set like this, is rear leg, so it's number 1, and then front leg. Imagine like a center point right here. So the shoes are facing the center, and this is 1 and 2, and the other pair should be a mirror of these this specific pair. So we're gonna have a rear leg, a back leg here, a front leg next to it, so it's 1 and 2, and again the shoes are facing a middle point right here. Now let them do it, let them place the legs on the table, go and check student by student that they place the legs correctly. That would save you so much time later on when if they did it wrong and then you need to fix it. So then we take parts number 3, the bridge. Why do we call it the bridge? Because it connects the two legs together. So if you look at the bridge, we have a small hole, a big hole next to it, just like the holes on leg number 1, the back leg, and a small hole on the other side. What we need to do is just align the holes. So I'm going to put like small hole on small hole, big hole on big hole, and then the other side is going to be on the top hole of the front leg, like this. So now we actually have the setup for the legs. Make sure the kids put it on the table like this. Go and check it. Once you checked it and they did everything, everyone did it correctly, you continue to the next step. For the next step, they need 4 paper fasteners, gold paper fasteners, and it's really easy to explain to them how to use it as well. These goes only into small holes, so that means no paper fasteners in the big hole. So we're gonna take it like this, we're gonna push it through and explain to them how to open it. Just split it open, 1 and 2, both sides, you can see it here. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Like this, you split it open, 1 and 2, and we have the first pair of legs. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm just gonna do it quickly because I think you got a hang of it. Okay, so we split this open, and then we do the front leg as well. And now we have 2 pairs of legs. Right now, we're actually done assembling all the parts. Now we need to put everything together. So we have the legs, we have the body we just finished, and now we're gonna need to use the card as well. So the next step would be to assemble the legs on the card. 2 rules. 1, the shoes must face the switch. So ask the kids, if I put it like this, is this good? No, it's not, because the shoes are facing the other way. So the shoes must face the switch. And the second rule is we must see the gold heads of the fasteners, of the paper fasteners. So ask the kids, if I put it like this, is it correct? And it's not, because the shoes are facing the switch, but we can't see the gold heads. So this pair must go on this side. So we align the big holes of the bridge and the rear leg, and we just push both of them onto the crankshaft like this. And then you give the kids a driller screw, the bigger one, and they just need to screw it all the way in. And this is very important that it's not tight, super tightened, because then the leg wouldn't be able to move. So twist it all the way to the end, and then twist it back just one twist. Okay, just twist it back 1 turn, and that's it. And then you do the other leg as well, like this. And you push this through all the way, twist it all the way, and then twist it 1 twist back, exactly like this. And then once you checked, again, this is a checkpoint, go and check the models to make sure all the kids did it correctly, because fixing it later would just be a hassle for you. So once you're done with this, now we're gonna align the holes, the middle hole of the front leg and the hole on the card, part number 3, and we're just gonna push a paper fastener from one side to the other. Here you might need to help the kids a little bit, make sure it's tightened enough. So just open the fastener from the other side like this. So this is 1, and same thing to the other side like this. This is number 2. Push it through and split it open just like this. And now we're done with the legs, and we actually have 1 step to go, and that's just to connect the body to the card. And what you're gonna do is look at the card. We have a front crack here and we have the triangle in the back. We're gonna apply a good amount of wood glue in the front and on the tip of the triangle in the back and on the base of the triangle just a little bit. And what you're gonna do, this is a tricky part for the kids, so make sure you help them. I'm gonna try and show you how we connect them together. Under the neck we have a crack right here. So this, the front crack of the head and the front crack of the cards connect together, so like this, and just wiggle it a little bit to make sure it goes all the way in, like here, right here. And then if you did it correctly, the tail should be sitting on the triangle all the way in like this. Okay? Now, if you don't have time, only if you don't have time, you can just like put a drop of super glue on the front and back. But if you do have time, just use the regular wood glue and let the glue dry, and that would be it. And right now you have a full functioning Triceratops that is ready for the kids to take home. And again, make sure you go with a pair of batteries and check each of the models that are working. If there's a model that is not working, put it aside for a few seconds, finish with the rest of the kids, and then go back to it and fix it. If you did all the steps correctly, your dinosaur should be walking right away. That's it.